One of the biggest issues that I witness as a professional recruiter helping athletes secure scholarships is the ego problem. Now, it's okay to have confidence, and we definitely want to instill more confidence into these athletes. It's when it gets to an ego is when it starts to become a problem in recruitment. So today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down the ego when it comes to track and field recruitment, certain mindsets you should avoid, and reality checks you guys should look into. So when it comes to this, of course, preferred recruit, we've gotten over $4 million in acquired scholarships for our athletes. Average scholarship is about 100K. Athletes come to me every single day, and parents asking me the best ways for their athletes to get recruited. So doing my due diligence, adding a lot more long form content so you guys get more in-depth versions of things that are going on in the recruitment process. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. Since the time I've been doing this, I've worked with hundreds of athletes from all different types of backgrounds and all different types of events, whether it's throws, distance, it does not matter. I've seen it all, I've worked with it all, and these are some of the things that I've started to notice that's really hurting kids' recruitment, and that's the ego. And I've noticed it in not only just the athletes, but the parents as well. Like overestimating their kids' abilities in only looking at like the Power 4 conferences, D1, thinking that the name of the school means they're inherently better. And that's just not the case. You want to go where you're wanted, you're valued, and you're going to be taken care of. Which unfortunately, at a lot of these top programs, if you're not the top guys, you're just not gonna be, it's just not gonna be that for you. And I don't understand why a lot of these parents and athletes wanna go to places that they're not wanted. If you're not wanted somewhere, it's not gonna be a good time. You get injured, you're thrown to the side. You're a project athlete. That means you just have to keep up with everybody else. A lot of these top programs aren't focused on developing their athletes anymore. So they don't want developmental projects. And that's just the reality of it. It sucks to say out loud, but that's just genuinely the reality of the situation that we're dealing with here. Going to a certain division doesn't represent the work you put in. You can still put in as much work as someone who went D1 and still go D3 because it was a better fit for you academically and the coach wanted and valued you. That doesn't mean you put in less work and you're less talented. You just chose to go somewhere where you were wanted, that you thought you could thrive in more and then put yourself in a better environment. At the end of the day, what you're trying to do is put yourself in the best environment possible. So one of the biggest things I always advise parents and athletes is to put the ego away, put the D1 or go home mindset. D1 does not mean better. I'm gonna say that again. D1 does not mean better. There are so many Division I programs out there that don't even have funding. They don't even have their own track program. They don't even have their own track to run on. They don't even have trainers. There's plenty of D2 programs that could absolutely crush D1. Division I used to just mean the population of the school. Typically those schools did have more resources, and at the end of the day, the bigger D1s do. But when people think of D1, they think of the big tier D1 schools. They don't think of the small D1 schools. So people try to chase the Power 4 as if it's like this end all be all goal. And sure, you could be a good fit at a Power 4 school eventually, but if you're not already at those marks, a lot of those coaches aren't going to take and develop you to then hit those marks anymore. It's just not the reality of the situation. End of the day, just go where you're valued, go where you're wanted, and go where you feel like it's a family and it's a fit. Because if you're happy, you're gonna run fast. If you're in an environment where you don't feel like you can connect with anyone and it doesn't feel that way, and your scholarship's constantly under threat, do not go there. Of course, we wanna be able to provide for you guys as much information as possible. So if you guys feel like you need a little bit of extra help with the process, more guidance, click the link in the description to apply to our program. We'll give you a phone call and we'll let you know if you even qualify to run track and field in college. And if that is the case, we'll hop on a phone call, see if it makes sense. But yeah, if you guys want to get more information like this, just click subscribe. We want to make sure you guys are getting the most up-to-date information. Other than that, guys, it's been Ryan.